Good morning, good afternoon, good evening internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. Hi there, if you can hear heavy breathing, it's Ruby. Anyway, just a little bit of additional tweaking has happened since I originally fitted the panniers. So you can see here, this is the new arrangement with the shorter bolts, and also with the penny washers are on the outside up against the rubber grommets. Now originally I didn't have it like that. I'll show you on the other side. On this side we have the rubber grommets, and I have some small washers between the grommet and the spacer, but that results in the grommets getting slightly disformed when you tighten everything up. So I didn't like that, and the way you're supposed to do it is actually this way. So you have the penny washers each side of the rubber grommet, but because I need a penny washer to make these cases fit to this bracket, because these holes are so big that the bolts they supplied with the panniers just would rattle about, fall straight through. So I've had to use the penny washer that was supposed to go on the inside of the rubber grommet on the outside of the mounting bracket. I bought a packet of M6 penny washers. The new ones which I've bought, I'm not sure how rust proof they're going to be, so I've put them on the inside, and the ones that came with the cases are on the outside as intended. So the net result now is that the rubber grommets are not being unevenly squashed, so it's a lot neater. I've ordered new bolts. I think they are 40mm bolts now instead of the 55 original ones. So again, that's a lot tidier now because we don't have so much bolt sticking through. So once again, just for clarity, this is after. And this is previously. So now I'm going to do the same that I did on this side to this side, and the new parts that I've purchased for this job I will add to the list, which will be included in this video. So you should have everything you need to do the job like this, nice and tidily. So there you go, the Meteor mod, it finally happened. Sorry it took so long, but as I'm sure many of you are aware, we had 2 months of more or less consistent solid rain. And since my workshop is outside, I did need dry weather to start the job. Then when I was ready to start the job, I discovered that I would need spacers to fit the panniers, because the mounting brackets, despite what it said in the product description, don't actually suit these panniers. So I needed to get creative, and thankfully fellow YouTuber LanesExplorer was able to help me out and made the spacers I needed. So once I had everything, I was able to crack on with the job. And this is the end result. So in a moment I will go through everything you need to do this job yourself. So you will get a full shopping list of all parts and fasteners and spacers that I required for the job. But before I do that, I'd just like to stress this isn't the only way, of course, of mounting these panniers. There may even be better ways. It's just the way I ended up having to do it because of the parts that I bought. I was actually hoping it would be very easy. I was hoping I could buy the panniers and the brackets which allegedly match these panniers, and just get some bolts of the right length to attach the pannier brackets and the panniers to the bike, and some washers, and that would have been the job done, and it would have been a very easy job for anyone to replicate, and that was my hope. But unfortunately, because the mounting brackets don't actually suit these cases, and the fact that you have to come out a fair way for the top of the brackets, which protrudes. Bear in mind the top of the brackets above the hole for mounting does protrude a fair amount, and that interferes with the grab handle unless you come out 45mm with the spacer. So that's the reason why you have to come out quite a long way. I think it's the front bolt of the grab handle where the top of the mounting bracket there would interfere with the grab handle. So the 45mm are required to clear the grab handle with the top of the bracket. You could obviously solve that by sawing off the top of the bracket, which I did think about doing, but in the end I just left everything as standard because I wanted to show you how you would go about doing it with everything as it came in the box. So that being said, let's go and have a look now at the things you'll need to get this job done. So this is what I purchased: the Custom Access Pannier set, Easy, and the Custom Access Universal, only universal in the sense that you probably have to modify it on every bike to make it fit, pannier mounting kit. So the two items together, €90 plus €30, that was €120. And this is the hardware you need for mounting the pannier brackets: 2 M8 110 bolts for the front, 2 M8 100 bolts for the rears, 12 M8 washers with 3 washers per bolt, 4 45mm M8 spacers which you'll need to fabricate. The mounting order of these components is bolt, then washer, then mounting bracket, then washer, then spacer, then washer. I found it was important to use the washers in this case. It enabled me to tighten everything up properly tight, pinch everything up satisfactorily. And this is the hardware you need for mounting the panniers to the mounting brackets: 8 M6 bolts between 40 and 45mm in length, should ensure that they're long enough but they don't stick out too far when mounted. 8 M6 penny washers, approximately 22mm outside diameter. 8 M6 15mm spacers, which again you will have to fabricate. The mounting order of these components from inside the pannier is bolt, then penny washer, then outside the pannier, the other penny washer, then the spacer, then on the rear of the bracket, a penny washer again, and finally the M6 nylock nut. So finally, here is the complete list of everything you'll need. You'll need the Custom Access Pannier Set Easy, the Custom Access Universal Pannier Mounting Kit, and a 16mm crown drill or hole saw for drilling the panniers. The panniers and mounts were purchased from Luggage. They have a European and a UK website. For fitting the mounting brackets, you will need 2 M8 110mm bolts, 2 M8 100mm bolts, 12 M8 washers, and the 4 M8 45mm spacers which you'll need to fabricate or source. For fitting the panniers, you will need 8 M6 bolts between 40 and 45mm in length so they don't protrude too far out, 8 M6 15mm spacers which again you will have to source or fabricate, and 8 M6 approximately 22mm outside diameter penny washers. Everything else you need should be supplied in the panniers themselves, so that's things like the mounting grommets and metal inserts and the nylock nut. So I hope you thought that my Meteor mod was worthwhile and that you found this series of videos useful. I'd be very interested to know if any of you or how many of you are intending to do the same mod to your own Meteors. So on the community tab of my channel, I will start a poll asking you whether you are going to do the same mod yourselves, just so that I get a feel for how helpful, how useful this video was, because I didn't really do it for my benefit. I obviously did it because I thought it would be of interest to a lot of people. So I'll start a poll and you can let me know if you're intending to do it. Of course, if you do it, let me know how you got on with it. If you have any questions at all before you make a mistake and do something wrong or buy the wrong parts, please ask me in the comments section and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. So I hope you found this useful, and yes, I think that's it. The Meteor mod, it's done, and I must say I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. Thank you very much for supporting my channel by watching this video and hopefully giving it a like. If you appreciate my content or find it useful and would like to take your support to the next level, you can choose to make a small financial contribution using one of these two methods. You can visit my Buy Me a Coffee page, which is linked in every video description, and you can also use the recently activated YouTube Super Thanks feature. Just look for the heart symbol with a $sign in it to be found underneath every video. Many thanks to those of you who have already used these features to donate to the channel. Your kindness is greatly appreciated, and your donations are already helping me to improve the quality of my content. Cheers.